a quick one. I might try a different way to get some clarity here. So it was on the 2nd of September at 6:41 p.m. that Liam Mendes from The Australian published the original report on The Australian's website. It was a Tuesday during a sitting week, reporting that these ISIS brides were returning to Australia. The next day, Wednesday the 3rd of September, the Prime Minister was asked about this in question time, and he said those reports are not accurate. What about those reports was not accurate?
I would want to take on notice. I haven't gone back a month ago and looked at precisely what was in those reports that was not accurate. So I'd want to do that before answering your question precisely, Senator Paterson.
Well, presumably...
No, I don't. There's no presumably. I don't presume. He's made a response in the Parliament to...
Senator Wong, you don't even know what my presumably applies to.
Senator Paterson, you've asked a question.
I have not, actually. I have not. I was asking a question and the Minister interrupted me.
So, but my...
I said, well, presumably, and then I was interrupted. Perhaps let me finish my question, Minister, and then you may understand better rather than speculating about what my question might be.
Well, no, Senator Paterson, let's try not to be quite so combative.
You don't need to have...
The Minister was trying to explain
Senator
her
Cash
rationale.
and I have been getting along well, so let's not change the tone.
Pardon me?
So even Senator Cash and I have been getting along well, so let's not change the tone, shall we?
Presumably, if the Prime Minister was able to say in question time on the 3rd of September that those reports were not accurate, that sometime prior to the 3rd of September he was briefed on the possible return of ISIS brides to Australia. Is that a reasonable assumption?
Everything after presumably is not a question appropriate for the Parliament, so I'm not responding.
Is not a question appropriate for the Parliament?
Sorry. Everything after presumably is your hypothetical, so I'm not responding to it.
Right. Well, I'll ask the officials then. How was the Prime Minister able to say in the House of Representatives on Wednesday the 3rd of September that those reports were not accurate if he had not been briefed on the matter?
Okay, that's
a very good question.
I understand your discomfort.
No, it's not. I think it's just a sort of a clever way of asking the same question.
Thank you,
that's
Senator
all.
Wong. It's very kind, but I'd rather just...
I wasn't actually...
Clever
can be both ways, but I take it positively. I'm fine with that. But you've asked your primary question asked me to confirm what was wrong with the reports. This is a report from a month ago. I don't recall all that was in that. And to give you a clear response, I have taken that on notice. You're now proceeding to ask a set of questions, assuming a set of knowledge and here at this table of all of the details of that 3rd of September report. We've taken the primary question on notice. Now, you can continue to ask questions, but you would not be surprised, Senator Paterson, if we're likely to say something similar.
I don't have the Hansard in front of me from Senate question time that week, but if my memory serves me well, I think similar questions were put to you, Senator Wong, and I think you told the Senate that those reports were not accurate. So how did you know the reports were not accurate?
Senator, these are not my estimates. I'm here representing the Prime Minister.
Right. So you're not prepared to answer that?
No, but no, Senator, please. You know there are... I know you want to make, a thing today. I'm here representing the Prime Minister and this portfolio today. You have plenty of opportunities on Friday. If you wish to come, I'm sure there'll be a big cast of coalition senators there, to ask me questions about statements I've made.
Again, I'll have to check whether my memory serves me accurately, but if I'm right, I suspect we were asking you those questions in your capacity representing the Prime Minister.
Correct.
So are you not prepared to answer questions today about statements you have made in the Parliament representing the Prime Minister?
No, I am prepared to answer many questions today. I may not be prepared to give you the answers that you want because...
Any answers will do at this stage.
May I finish?
Sure.
You were very concerned about me interrupting you. But We've come to Senate estimates with many officials, including those behind us. This is an accountability exercise. It's actually associated with the budget. It's not a follow up every single thing that you wish to follow up. It is actually centred around the estimates of an appropriation. Now, I understand, having been on that side of the table for many years, that you will ask political questions, but this is not question time, and I'm not here to respond to every follow-up from question time.
Senator Wong, I have sat with you on this side of the table in Senate estimates for many years.
Weren't you on this side?
No, I've never been on that side of the table.
Okay.
But I have sat with you on this side of the table for many years. In fact, I was in Senator Grogan's chair for a while you were in here. You never felt the need to restrict yourselves to budget matters when you're on this side of the table.
No, and
Are you seriously suggesting that we can only ask questions about the budget in this forum?
No, I'm just making the point that it isn't a free-for-all in here. The report, I've just been sent the PM's answer. So this was Ms Lay's question. I refer to reports in The Australian that government officials are helping to bring these individuals who are described as ISIS terrorist brides to Australia. PM, these aren't ordinary citizens, etc., etc. What actions has your government taken to guarantee the safety of Australians if these people return? And the Prime Minister said these reports are not accurate.
And so what we're trying to get to the bottom of is what about those reports was not accurate?
And that's what I've taken on notice. But I'm saying that that is the question.
Okay. At other times, the government has said that they have not provided assistance to returning ISIS brides. How does the government define assistance?
Repatriation assistance.
Okay. So does providing an Australian who has applied for citizenship by descent overseas through the Department of Home Affairs constitute assistance in your view?
It's not a question of what my view is.
Well, in the government's view, does that constitute assistance?
That is a matter for Home Affairs.
No, it's not. The Prime Minister has said
sorry,
the government
can I
did not provide
finish?
assistance. Yeah.
I hadn't answered. If you want to ask me a question, let me answer. You can follow up.
How about we both do a deal with each other? I won't interrupt you if you don't interrupt me.
That is a matter for Home Affairs. They administer the Citizenship Act. That is what you're asking about. It's not a matter for me personally. It's not a matter for the Prime Minister personally. It is a matter for the Department of Home Affairs, which is charged with administering that legislation, or the Minister is actually, and doing so in accordance with the obligations on officials, both expressed and implied, under that legislation.
Except